Hello, everybody. Let me just make sure that the stream is sounding okay. Tell me in chat if you guys can hear me and see me all right. Um, but I will just get started then. Hello, everyone. My name is Allison Ortega Toy, and I lead community and education here at HeyGen. Oh, hold on just a moment. Just realized something about my presentation. Thanks for bearing with me. All right. So, as it is about to be a holiday here in the US, a few of my teammates are out today. So, I'm going to do my very best to man the stream solo and make sure that I address as many questions as I possibly can. If I don't get to everything, I apologize in advance, but let's just do our best. Okay, so to get things started, my name's Allison Ortega Toy. Today, I'm going to be running a workshop that's designed for beginners and new HeyGen users with no video editing experience. At the end of the session, each of you can walk away with professional looking videos, which you'll create alongside me. So if you haven't already, fire up your HeyGen account, make sure you have it logged in and everything. Just about everything that I show today is going to be available to a free plan user. So whether or not you're a paid user, you should be able to participate in this. And so what we'll basically be doing is teaching the basics of video editing in AI Studio in HeyGen, and we'll be using a template to make sure things are super easy for you all to follow. So before we get started, let me know in chat where you are tuned in from and what you're interested in creating with HeyGen. I'm always so excited to hear what folks want to make. All right, let's keep moving. Okay, so what is HeyGen, you might ask? If you are relatively new to us, here is a quick reintroduction. HeyGen's mission is really to make visual storytelling accessible to all. So for too long, the ability to create video has been difficult, it's been expensive, time consuming, and for a lot of people, not even possible because of these reasons. Also, the video content that does exist is usually only accessible to those who understand the language that it was originally created in. But HeyGen is really focused on breaking down all of these barriers so that anyone, regardless of their resources, their knowledge, can create professional looking video content, translate it, and make it accessible to a global audience. So, one thing we will not focus on today, but is one of the sort of favorite features of the HeyGen community, I would say, is HeyGen's custom avatar creation. So here, there are a couple different ways to create avatars. Here's just sort of like a side-by-side comparison of what's possible. But basically, with nothing but a 2-minute selfie video, or a handful of photos, or a text prompt, you can create a hyper-realistic digital twin that looks and sounds just like you. Then you type a script, have them read it, and instantly you've got an awesome spokesperson for your videos. So I'm actually going to drop into chat this link that can help with this. So about custom avatars here. Oh, sweet. And just checking up on the chat. Okay, I see Argentina, Vienna in the house, educators, some San Franciscans, Hungary, Thousand Oaks, Brazil. Folks creating marketing videos. What's up, Brussels? Okay, love it. We got a global community here, and that's one of my favorite things about it. Okay, let's keep going. So again, custom avatar creation, I just wanted you guys to be aware of it, not what we're going to focus on today. So just to speed things up and focus on video editing, we are going to be using public avatars. So HeyGen has a stock library of over 700 diverse public avatars, different ages, different animation styles, outfit settings, things like that. And so generally speaking, our hope is that regardless of what you're looking for, even if it's something kind of specific, you should be able to find it here. That's the hope. Um, and then also relatively new to HeyGen, here are some of our top use cases, right? We have a lot of marketers, a lot of learning professionals, educational designers, trainers, things like that, small business owners, content creators. Really, the use cases are quite so broad, and there are many more than what I mentioned here. But our top sort of ones are video ads. A lot of folks are creating social media videos, how-to videos like tutorials and product walkthroughs, brand videos, learning courses, training, and explainers and translating all of those different things. So I'm going to run through a few examples to just give you guys a sense of some of the videos that have been created in HeyGen recently. The first one that I'm going to share is a social media video that was created by Oleg Campbell. He is the CEO and founder of Reply.io, which is a software tool used by sales teams for things like personalized email follow-up, outreach, and more. But in this age of founder-led content and LinkedIn influencers and whatnot, Oleg and his team really saw the value in growing his social media presence by creating AI thought leadership content. And so, after doing just one shoot to create his avatar, his team made and published several videos a day and eventually grew his TikTok following to about 250,000 followers in just a few months. So, I'm going to drop the link to this in the chat, the customer story for anybody who wants to check it out. And then let's just hit play on this video.
It's 2024 and you're still using Google? Forget it. Here are top 3 AI searching engines that will give you 10x better answers to your questions. Don't forget to save this video to not lose these cool tools. Number 3, we have Gemini. Gemini is actually an AI from Google itself. It was built from the ground up.
Just turning the volume down a little bit. In this example, he's using a custom avatar here.
Operate across and combine different types of information, including text, code,
and
audio,
then in
image, and video.
They added
Number 2, we have pretty famous
captions as well as
ChatGPT.
these
I don't
on-screen
even think that
text
this one needs
elements,
an introduction.
which we'll
The
go
best way to
over
think
in
about
just a little bit.
ChatGPT or any of
Okay, just in the interest of time, let me keep going. But first, I will check the chat, see any questions. Okay, let's keep it moving, guys.
It's 2024 and you're still using.
Oop. Okay, so next example is a short. Is a short video ad from the founder of Tomorrow.io, which is basically a company that gives reliable, real-time local weather reports. Their customers are generally folks in the transportation industry, insurance, government, or defense, where having accurate and real-time information is really important. And so I'll let their founder, Dan, do the talking in this ad. It's aimed at auto insurance companies, but this was created using HeyGen and his avatar.
$10 billion. That's the annual cost of hail damage claims in the US in 2023, and it's only getting worse. Hailstorms are becoming more frequent, with larger hailstones falling faster than ever before. In 2024 alone, hailstones the size of baseballs fell during over 50 major storms across the country. These aren't just big, they're fast, falling at speeds up to 100 miles per hour and causing devastating damage to homes, cars, and businesses. For auto insurers, a single hailstorm can damage thousands of vehicles in minutes, driving claims through the roof. But with Tomorrow.io, insurance companies can predict these storms and act fast by providing real-time alerts to customers and mitigating claims before they occur. Tomorrow.io empowers insurers to save millions in hail damage annually and build resilience for whatever the skies bring next. Learn how at tomorrow.io/claim prevention today.
Okay, so before I move on, in that video, again, it was using Dan, the founder of Tomorrow.io's custom avatar. His team shot it in their office. And then all of the video clips that they're playing here too, some of them are from their library and some of them are actually from HeyGen's stock library. So we'll go over that in a second. Another example that I'd love to share, this one is super cool, is a global training video created by Komatsu, which is a global equipment manufacturing company. They have about 65,000 employees. They've got distributors across 150 different countries. So really Komatsu, they create heavy machinery for projects like construction and whatnot. And so for obvious safety reasons, they really need to ensure that their training is as accessible and as clear as possible. So in this example, you'll see how they've used HeyGen avatars and translation features to make their training available in English, in Japanese, in French, in German, loads of different languages. I'll also share a link to their story. And I noticed somebody mentioned in the chat that the lip sync seems to be off with some of these videos. I do think that there might be a little bit of a delay on my side, but hopefully it'll behave for this next one because it's a really good one.
In today's fast-moving industry, staying updated is key to your success. That's why we're excited to invite you to dive into Komatsu Learning Management System, your one-stop platform for everything Komatsu. LMS には360度バーチャルツアー、多様なオンラインモジュール、新機種導入に関するトレーニング教材など最先端のツールが揃っています。
Aber wir stehen erst am Anfang. Als Ihre virtuellen Komatsu-Trainer freuen wir uns darauf, das Gesicht der zukünftigen Inhalte auf dieser Plattform zu sein. Sie werden sehen, wie wir Sie durch die Schulungsvideos führen und Unterstützung in mehreren Sprachen anbieten, um den Bedürfnissen unserer weltweiten Organisation gerecht te werden. Of je nu leeft over de nieuwste machines of geavanceerde systemen, wij zullen er samen met jou voor zorgen dat de inhoud duidelijk, boeiend en toegankelijk is.
Exactement. Le futur de la formation chez Komatsu est désormais plus connecté et plus personnalisé que jamais. Alors, n'attendez plus et connectez-vous dès maintenant.
Sweet. Okay. So yes, I saw somebody had requested the link to this video. You can check it out there. And I'm just going to pause check at the chat. Do you have to make a new video or can you change the language of an existing video? Question from Kyle Graham. Thank you for your question, Kyle. You can actually do both. So I will show, if we have time at the very end of the workshop, I'll try and show how to translate a video that was created in HeyGen. I can also share a quick little resource on that because we get this question quite often. All right, how to translate videos. Yes, great point, Kirsten. You have to change the hand gestures to make it culturally relevant. Very true. And actually, when you create a custom hyper-realistic avatar, you can actually record gestures in that footage and trigger them to line up with certain parts of your script. So that feature is actually called gesture control. Let me share the link to that, and then I will keep going, but I do want to keep answering your questions as much as I can. So gesture control here. Alrighty, let's keep going, guys. So one of the other sort of top use cases for HeyGen is making tutorial step-by-step training videos. And so I'm going to try and kill two birds with one stone this time in showing you guys an introduction to what we'll be covering today, which is HeyGen's AI Studio, with a tutorial that I created all in HeyGen. And you'll get to also see my custom avatar in action. So let's hit it.
Welcome to HeyGen Academy. In this video, the first in our series, we'll give you a quick high-level overview of the HeyGen Editing Studio. Think of this as your guided tour before we dive deeper into each feature in upcoming videos. Let's start from the HeyGen homepage. Click Create Video to begin. For a faster start, you can choose a template from the HeyGen library. In this example, we're using a learning and development template featuring the avatar Annie. Once you select your template, you'll land inside the editing studio. Here's the layout. There are 4 main sections: the script panel, the canvas, the toolbar, and the scene timeline. Let's walk through each one quickly. The script panel is where your story begins. Type directly into the panel, upload an audio file, or record your voice inside HeyGen. Once your script is in, click Preview to hear it back. You can highlight any word to adjust pronunciation, or click the pause icon to add natural breaks. Want to change the voice? Click it to explore different languages, accents, and speeds. Pro tip, you can also translate your script right inside the panel. No need to leave the editor. Next up, the canvas. This is your creative space, where everything comes together visually. Every script needs a speaker, so start by adding an avatar. You can select a custom avatar from your library or browse HeyGen's collection of 700+ diverse public avatars. Once added, adjust the framing to fit your scene just right. Now let's talk about the toolbar. Here you can bring your video to life by adding text overlays, media like images, videos, and music, elements like shapes, stickers, and icons, or even captions for accessibility. Each asset can be animated. Use the animation markers in the script panel to control when it enters and exits the scene. Want to connect your scenes with a bit of polish? Just hover between them in the timeline and add a transition, like a slide, fade, or flow. When you're ready, hit preview at the top. If everything looks good, click generate, and just like that, your video is on its way. And that's your first look at the new HeyGen Studio. We'll go deeper into each of these tools in the upcoming videos, so you can create faster, smarter, and more beautifully with HeyGen. Let's get started.
Oh my God, my mic was off. Wow. Wow. Guys, I'm so sorry. Thank you for letting me know. Let's run this back a little bit. Okay. Let's run this back a little bit. Okay, so we are here in the HeyGen homepage, and it seems like you guys can hear me now, right? Let's see. Okay, there we go. Sorry guys, this is my fault. Okay, back in the HeyGen homepage here, I'm going to show you guys how to set up a feature which is called Brand Kit. And so Brand Kit is a paid HeyGen feature. If you're following along today creating video, you can skip this step and come back to it later, or just set it up. It's actually quite easy. And so what Brand Kit is kind of like a quick sort of folder with all of what you would need to represent your brand visually and consistently across HeyGen. So, for example, a brand kit could include your colors, it could include your logos, your approved brand fonts, and any other assets like, a product image or things like that. And so, the way to set up a new brand kit is to click this new brand kit button here in the top right hand corner. And you can just paste in your company's website. And HeyGen will go to the website, analyze it, and pull the assets, colors, fonts, and things like that that it sees into your brand kit. It's super cool. If you prefer to set your brand kit up manually, maybe you don't have a website, or maybe HeyGen didn't get everything that you were looking for, you can click the Set Up Brand Kit Manually button and just simply upload your assets directly. So I'll show why brand kit is cool and important later, but just wanted to voice it over quickly here. So let's see, for our next step, I'm going to bring you guys over to the templates tab. So again, templates are a great way to get started quickly in HeyGen. We've got tons and tons of different types of templates for loads of different types of use cases. You can sort of thumb through them here using these sort of categories and whatnot. You can also search for portrait, so vertical orientation videos, or landscape. We do have a bit more in the landscape world. And you can also oftentimes adjust and kind of adapt these templates to your needs using your brand kit, for example. So let me actually start with this one. So I'm going to demo.
Tired of common pain point?
I'm going to demo using this template today, which is basically an ad for a water. So we're going to make it something else, but let me just play this through so you guys can see sort of what it's about. And when you hop into this template, you will find that there is going to be a script on the left-hand side that you get to fill in and plug and play. So here are the different scenes that will be in this.
Tired of common pain point? There's a smarter way. Meet product name. Product name was built to help you. Benefit 1, benefit 2, and benefit 3. No more frustration. Just fast, easy, adjective results. Thousands of customers, professionals, creators are already using product name to desired outcome. Ready to see what it can do for you?
Okay. So I see some questions in the chat that I just want to pause to address here. Philip, so your question, do I need to upgrade? You only need, if you want to use the brand kit feature, you would need to upgrade. For everything else that is in today's workshop, you have access to all these features as a free user. Christopher, great question. Can the avatars walk around, or is it more of a stand stationary and talk? You can do both. So you can have an avatar who's walking around so long as the footage that you captured and uploaded to HeyGen to create that avatar shows them walking around. So basically what you put in is going to have a really direct effect on what you get out. So if you film your 2-minute video walking through a park or something like that, your avatar will be created as such. Okay, let's keep going. So everyone, I am putting a link to this video. So launch the template if you're following along right here. And so to get started, I will click Create with AI Studio. Ooh. Is my internet really that bad today? Oh no, okay. I was getting anxious there. So Merlene says the first step on creating a video. So Merlene, you can either start from a template. So let me actually just go back to the HeyGen homepage and show you this again, because this part is important. You can either begin by clicking create new video here, and a little bit of a head start with like designs and slides, and you can go to the templates tab, click the template you're planning to use, and then launch it in AI Studio. So I will do that. Oh, here we go.
Tired of common pain?
Here I am in AI Studio again. And let me give just a quick refresh and reminder of what we are looking at. You have our script panel. So this is, the text and the script that the avatar will say in the video. And each section here is a different scene corresponding to the scenes down here, right? So here in scene 2, you'll notice that this little 2 is highlighted and happening here, so on and so forth. And then up here we have the toolbar, where we're going to be getting very busy today with avatars, with text, with media, all sorts of different stuff. So to get started, let's say, this is just a template, a starting place. It's for a bottle of water. Let's say that we actually have a tea company. How about tired of common pain point? I'm going to just go in and looking at these sort of bracketed texts. I will replace them to customize this video and make it my own. So tired of caffeine jitters. There's a smarter way, meet, name of my new product. And so in this scene number 3, we're talking about the benefits of this product, and we're going to have some fun text animation basically show up as each of these benefits are spoken about. So I'll just plug in my product name here. So HeyT was built to help you, let's say, stay hydrated. So that's benefit number 1. And what else do we like tea for? Stay hydrated, stay energized, and let's see, avoid the crash. And with that, I will take another sip of my coffee. Check this chat. See a question from Hein here. Where do you get the script? This script is actually baked into the template that you can launch. The link to the template is pinned at the top of the chat here. Let's see. Is there a list of the different predefined scenes in HeyGen so I can plan my whole video? I'm not sure I totally understand the question. If you are open to kind of giving me a little bit more info there, I will do my best. Okay. So back here in HeyGen. So let's see. No more. Just fast, easy. So, yep. Making the script my own here. But so as you guys can see, I put these different benefits into my third scene here, overriding my script. And now I want to make sure that this is actually reflected on canvas as well here in my video. So benefit number 1 was hydration. So I'm just going to click this element here. This works in just kind of the same way as a PowerPoint presentation, or if you use Canva, highlight the text. And benefit 2 was energizing. Let's just say energy. And benefit 3 was, so I will just overwrite this text. And if I want to, I could change the color by clicking this little button up here in the toolbar. I could adjust the font here. I could make it bold. I could change the size, things like that. And cool. So this scene, more or less looking good in terms of my script and what's on screen. So let me move on to the next scene. This one says let's see, people are already using HeyT. Oops. Already using HeyT to stay energized. Okay. This is some B-roll. I'll get back to it in a moment. And then here in my last scene, it's my call to actions, right? So ready to see what it can do for you. And I will update this info, just as I did with the text before, to awesome. Okay, gonna check the chat really quick. Priya asks, can we prompt the avatar to do certain gestures like waving or a peace sign? Yes, you can. And it's actually one of my favorite features, very new. We published a tutorial video on how to do this just a few days ago. So use gesture control, and here's the link to that. Hein is saying it would be fantastic if we can generate great scripts from within AI Studio. I agree with you. Feel free to share in our forum if you ever have different product feedback, product wishes, and whatnot. I do believe that we did support generating scripts with AI in our old editor, and we are rebuilding it in the new editor, but not quite ready yet. Okay. All right, lots of questions here. I'm going to get back to some of these, but for those that are, I'll try and address those that are relevant to the topic that we're talking about right now. So Kevin is asking, within the text function, is there a way to make bulleted lists? Right now, there is not. So actually, is there? No. So I think I've actually copied bullet points onto the canvas before, but there isn't currently here. Okay, line text animation and video I will show very soon. Yes, there will be a recording of this video afterwards on the same page that you register for videos, which is our event page right here. So once this is done, I will post the replay for it there. Okay, let's keep going, guys. So if you guys remember the brand kit that we set up at the start, the way that I would access that in this video, I'll show you from this, is to hit this brand tab right here. Select my brand kit from the drop-down menu, sake of fun, show Google, and then I can hit this button here that says shuffle colors. And this will automatically in my HeyGen template to match those of my brand. So you can click multiple times, a couple different options. You can also, I believe, no, you can't select that way. You can also highlight these elements themselves and change the colors manually this way if you didn't have a brand kit. So super easy. Yep. Ooh, this is not a color that I like very much. Let me go back for this. Okay. Do this yellow. I'm going to apply that to, let's see, all of my scenes with this button, apply to all scenes. So now these brand colors have been applied to each of my different scenes. Some of them I might want to actually update on my own. I liked this version, honestly. So another thing that you can do is hover and copy for the color if you want to bring it over to another scene. So I'm going to do that here to replace this. And then for this backdrop as well, if you have a static solid color background, you can click this background button to update it or change the color like this. Okay, so we've got a nice yellow color scheme now. And Charles, I will get to your question about changing the water to tea in just a moment. Yes, I see your question. Okay, great. Since we are using a ready template, can we change the images and videos in the template like the guy drinking water? Yes, Shauna, we will get to that in just a moment. So let's keep going here. Next, I'm going to talk about text animation. So I believe this was a question from the chat as well. Actually, sorry. Back up. I want to talk about avatars because we should have actually done this at the very start. I'm new to running these workshops. But so basically in this template, the avatar that was originally added here is the stock avatar called Annie, right? And let's say for whatever reason, I wanted to use a different avatar. Maybe this video ad is running in Asia, and so I want somebody that looks more like the local population, or maybe I want something that's just simply a different look and feel, to switch out an avatar from the video. All you need to do is click the avatars tab up here, or you can even click it right here to apply to just that scene. So again, the public avatars all live here. You can scan through them to find exactly what you want. And then a number of different avatars also have what are called looks. So multiple looks are different outfits, poses, environments, things like that to really help you get whatever you are looking for in this video. So here are a couple different examples, right? Let's say I like this look. Casual, friendly, feels refreshing. I like that it uses some of my yellow brand colors. So maybe I'll go to my other scene, repeat the process to update this look so that it feels succinct. Which one do we like? Let's do this one here. Okay, so now I've changed my avatar here, and I noticed that she's a little off center. So to change that, I'll just highlight this, this being the avatar image, and then just move it around on my canvas as you would in PowerPoint or something like that. You can also have multiple framing options. So this is basically, let's see, you can control them here in this top navigation bar. Normal is this sort of view, just regular square. Close is sort of a tighter shot. And then circle, I like this one a lot for product explainers or things where like the main visual is really important. You can change it to circle. Okay, let us keep going. Next, how about we look at changing some of these other on-screen assets. So somebody had asked, hey, how do I change out like this water in the background here? This, I will say that this water is a video. So if you want to see that in action, this is sort of what it looks like. Okay, so for this water, to change it, what I'll do is just highlight, just kind of like I did with my avatar before. So this purple outline over here indicates that this water image has been highlighted. And then I'm just going to delete it, right? Now, I want to replace it with something that is going to feel a little bit more relevant to my brand. Let's see. Just checking. The cue points, we'll go over that in a minute. Danielle asked, can we change looks on our own avatars? Yes, you can. You can create up to 300 looks per custom avatar, I believe. Okay. So to update that water in the back, I'm actually going to go to the media tab. And so a bunch of different stock images, video, royalty-free music, and I have the ability to upload any kind of assets that I want from myself, from my own computer or library, right? And so this time that has a little visual interest, so like a moving element, like a video. And because we are advertising tea here, maybe I'll do something like, let's see what tea says. Okay. I actually want like a tea farm image that feels tranquil. Let's see. All right. I'm not a tea expert, I have to say, guys, but so sorry if this doesn't look like legitimate tea. But okay, so here I've added this video. I can move it around on my canvas. I can resize it like this. And I'm like, okay, now it's the top layer of the video, which means it's in front of all the other things behind it, like my avatar and the text. And I want to make sure that this is actually just a background. So what I am going to do instead is right click or control click as I have this element highlighted. And I can either choose set as background, like this, automatically puts it in the back and makes it so that it can't move anymore until you detach it from the background. Or another way that I could have done that is to use the move forward, move backward commands right here. Okay, so we've also got this scene where I have another B-roll video, right? So again, the script here, thousands of people are already using HeyT to stay energized. So what I really want to show here is my customers happily consuming my product. So here is what I will do. Just like last time, I'm highlighting this video that I don't want here anymore because this is for water. And I'm just going to delete it, go back to the media tab, and look for a replacement. So I just searched tea, and I want to find some happy people drinking tea. This feels like a nice, calming clip I can add here. So again, to make this full screen, I'm going to right click and click set as background. All right, and so this is what that will look like in action, more or less. All right, let me pause and check the chat. So let's see. Background environment. Yes, you can change the background environment on your own avatar by generating looks. All right, let's just keep going, guys, because I want to make sure that I get you all out of here on time. So we will now move to text animations. So I'm going to head over to my third C. This is where we're talking about the benefit, hydration, energy, no crash, right? And so my art is speaking these words at the same time. And I want these words to appear on my canvas in sync script. So how do we do that? It is through text animations. So you will first highlight the word, right? So hydration. And then if you notice over here in the script panel, these little comes in and when the word fades out. So in this case, I want it to come in on hydration, click and drag the slider over to hydrated, right? So now, once my avatar says, help you stay hydrated, the word hydration will appear on the canvas. Let's do the next one. So for energy, yep, let's say stay energized. I'll move that arrow over here. And let's do the same for this one. Avoid, let's see, and avoid the crash. So it comes in on the word avoid, right? So there are a couple different animation styles that we can play with here. And to browse the different ones, you just keep this element highlighted and you click animate here. And you can choose from all of these different styles. You can also adjust their duration. So if you want it to fade in super slow and dramatically, you could do that. But let's see, for this one, I'm going to do, it's a fun one. No crash. I like that one. It feels a little chaotic. Energy. What is this? Plop. That's the name of this animation style. Okay, so we're just going to have my text plop. That makes more sense. All right. And so now to see it in action, right, I'm going to preview this scene. There's a couple different ways to preview, but the one I'm going to do is this up here in the top. Let's see how this video is looking and sounding so far with the changes I've made.
Tired of caffeine jitters? There's a smarter way. Meet HeyTea. HeyTea was built to help you stay hydrated, stay energized, and avoid the crash.
Okay.
No more being sleepy.
Y'all see that? We got those words
To help you stay hydrated, stay energized, and avoid the crash.
Nice. Okay. As I was previewing, I realized that I forgot to update this scene. So let me do that now, again, with this. HeyTea. And maybe I will download one. And add it. Okay, so back here in HeyGen, I am going to drag and drop. Okay, just kidding. I'm not going to replace this, guys, because I want to make sure that we're on time here. And I'll just... Oops. Delete the product. Let us keep going. So, just went through text animations. I should also mention animate, for example. So it doesn't have to be just text. I could also have an avatar animate. So, right, I'm clicking on this one, and you see those up later in the scene. That's something that I would also be able to adjust in this way. Six animations are transitions. So this is kind of like what is happening in between the scenes. And so to add a scene transition, which I recommend doing since it gives sort of a nice pro polish to your videos, is to hover over the space in between the two slides and select the transition you like. So similar to the text animations that we just went over, you can also hover over these to see them in action, adjust their duration and the direction that they come from. So this time I'm just going to do a fade from this side. Yeah, I like that. And I'm actually going to apply it to all of my scenes by clicking this Apply to All Scenes button. Okay, so it should be applied. Yep, I see it there and here and here. Awesome. Okay, so we already went over B-roll ordering. And yeah, I'm feeling good about where my video. Preview it one more time before I jump and see if there are any other edits that we need to make.
Tired of caffeine jitters? There's a smarter way. Meet HeyTea. HeyTea was built to help you stay hydrated, stay energized, and avoid the crash. No more being sleepy, just fast, easy, refreshing taste. Thousands of people are already using HeyTea to stay energized. Ready to see what it can do for you?
Okay. So I liked that more or less, but I want to add a little more oomph to my call to action. Visit, oops, typo. Visit heytea.com now and get a 10% off discount, let's say. Okay, so this all looks good. So the next step, now I'm just going to generate this video. And let's see, let me get slow frames. There we go. I can choose the format that I want, and I can also put it in a correct folder. All right, so from here, I've clicked submit, and it's going to take probably at least a few minutes for my video to fully generate. So in the meantime, I'm going to go back and try and answer some of these questions that I didn't get to in the past. Okay, so let me scroll back up here. And I apologize if you guys can hear the guard dog outside. Let's see. Okay, so I see a number of questions about gesture control. So just to clarify, gesture control is not available for public avatars. It is only available for your custom avatars that you create by uploading video footage, because that's what HeyGen trains the gestures on. Let's see. Question here from Ulrike, and I apologize if I've mispronounced your name. The question is, can you insert special characters? If you can remind me, text characters or what exactly, like an animated character, let me know what you're asking and I can try and address that. Got a question here from FN, which is, can I make only one personal avatar or several and be able to use them in different videos? So it depends on the plan type that you have. So I will share the HeyGen plans right here, and you can see the different sort of allowances that you have for numbers of avatars. How to generate your own avatars. So I'll send a resource for this because I don't want to spend too much time on it, but if you have experience prompting, so writing text prompts to generate images, to generate videos and whatnot, there really is a lot of iteration that is sort of a process, part of the process, and a lot of experimentation. So generating avatars is, let's see, resources right here. All right, let's see what other questions. What if I wanted to change her voice? Great question. Happy to share that. And then also talk about the text characters. So let me go back into HeyGen. This is still generating right now. Hopefully it finishes before the time we're done, but I'll address some of the other questions. One of, are there text symbols like arrows in a checkbox? Yes. So you can actually go to the Elements tab here in top navigation, and you'll find shapes and frames and stickers. The frames are actually really helpful. I use often if I'm creating like an instructional video for a mobile app, for example. And then the question was, how do you change the avatar's voice? So the way that you can do that here is actually on a scene-by-scene basis. You can hover over this right here. It's got this sort of sound wave image. and you can, change the speed of the voice. You can change the volume of the voice. There are a couple different advanced settings that I won't get into right now, but to just change the voice itself, you'll click right here, and then you'll be able to choose from any custom voices that you created or the full HeyGen library. So like before, in the full HeyGen library, you can also filter these results. We have quite a number of voices. And so if you're doing a translation or want to localize to a particular accent, definitely check out the language, filter by language. Like let's say if I were looking for English, the types of accents that are available are US, Australian, Canadian, even Hong Kong, India, Ireland, right? And so I could filter by those results to find the voice that I'm looking for. Let's see what other questions we have here. So Adrian asks about influencing the emotional tone and vocal timbre at the beginning of generated videos. Yes. So this is kind of a bit more of an advanced question, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it right now, but I'd say that the best ways to do this are to use the voice mirroring or the voice director features. Voice mirroring is basically you can upload a recording of exactly how you want the script spoken, and the avatar will mimic it. Your pauses, the way you pronounce things. If you have a really unique accent or something like that, is a really great feature to use. Voice director, however, is you don't upload a recording, you just select different emotional tones, and you can prompt for specific things as well. So I'll actually just show you because we're here. So voice director, you hit this, and then this is where you put your prompt, right? So let's say we want super enthusiastic, exuberant, vibrant. I can choose that, or something calm, casual, and I can choose to apply it to a specific scene or apply it to the whole video. And so applying to a specific scene probably makes sense if I want to do something emphatic, like meet product name. Okay, let's check back on my video and see if it's still generating. Okay, awesome. So my video is done generating. Let's very quickly show you guys how to translate this video. And then I want to answer some of the questions in the chat as well. Oh, it's taking a minute here.
Tired of caffeine jitters? There's a smarter way. Meet HeyTea. HeyTea was built to help you stay hydrated, stay energized, and avoid the crash. No more being sleepy, just fast, easy, refreshing taste. Thousands of people are already using HeyTea to stay energized. Ready to see what it can do for you? Visit heytea.com now and get a 10% off discount.
Sweet. I'm pretty happy with that video there. And I see so many questions in the chat, so I actually want to spend most of the rest of the time on those. But if you guys see here on the right-hand side, translate, this is how you can translate this video. So let's say I want to do it in Spanish and I prefer Mexican Spanish. You can choose up to 5 languages here. Click translate script to make sure that it translates the audio, the dialogue. And then if the video was created originally in HeyGen, which this was, you can even translate the text on the canvas by clicking this option. And so once I click translate, this is going to start generating a draft that I can then update and edit directly in HeyGen, just in the same way that we did before. Okay. Cansado los nervios de la cafeína. Okay, cool. So it has been updated. I can preview it to see how it sounds with my avatar's voice. And the on-screen
¿Cansado de los nervios por la cafeína? Hay una manera más inteligente.
I think her accent's okay. But yeah, as you can see too, also the on-screen text updated. So now we have hydration in Spanish, and energy in Spanish and whatnot, which I feel good about. Okay, in the final 2 minutes, can I upload a custom PowerPoint as a basis? Christina asks. Yes, you can. A lot of people have been asking about this, so I'm just going to show it really quickly. So if you point presentation, a PDF, or a document that you want to create basically a video version of, one way you can do that is to click this PowerPoint/PDF to video module right here. Or if you click create video, it also shows up here. So this is basically starting from a PowerPoint. You can upload it here. You can add the speaker notes to your script if you have speaker notes, or you can auto-generate a script. So based on what you upload, HeyGen will analyze like the text and the images and everything and give you kind of a starting place for your presentation. Super cool feature. Usually you'll want to do more edits to it afterwards just to make sure that it's, on brand, on target, all those different things. But very good way to get started fast. Let's see. How do I add my own custom voice? Since we're running out of time, I will share let's see, resource for this. So custom voice here. And while I have you guys, I should actually also just share our community. Okay. So, since we are just at time today, guys, and I'm so sorry I wasn't able to get to everybody's questions. Oftentimes, if you were looking for more answers, I recommend going to our resources tab. So this is our lovely community at community.heygen.com. Again, events, this is where you will be able to access the replay from today's session, as well as any other replays for past events. See these replay buttons here. In our forums, this is a great place to share work, ask for help, get tips and tricks, share feedback. Our product team spends a lot of time in this feedback and requests section. So if there's certain updates that you guys are really looking for, this is a great way to request them. But really, resources is where all of our documentation on how to use HeyGen, how to get started, lives. And so I definitely recommend checking out our Intro to HeyGen video course that goes over a lot of the principles that we covered today. And then when you're ready for something a little bit more advanced, our AI Studio editing one is here. We also have all sorts of other, text and video resources. So yeah, that's kind of it for today. But guys, thank you so very much for tuning in. I know folks are here from all over the world, and I'm very pleased that you were down to join us today. So I hope that you guys found the session helpful. There will be a survey going out afterwards. So if you are open to giving us some feedback, we really appreciate it. But with that, I will say thank you to all. For those in the States, happy 4th of July. To everybody else, have a great rest of your week and weekend. See you later.